What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. And if you're new here, I'm a working class individual who's trying to, do as the rich do, right? Make some money. So, you want to be rich? Well, do as they do. Or if you want to be poor, then just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. So I kind of want to get out, eventually out of the working class one day. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of hard work and some dedication, but I think we can do it. I do. So I want to check in on some of our trades, and actually I noticed some stocks that I am going to start buying. Yes, even though it looks awful today, like a complete bloodbath, but when others are greedy, you should be fearful. And when others are fearful, you should be greedy, right? From Mr. Warren Buffett himself. So I think it might be time. And realizing that it could go lower, but this is a long-term thing. This is the retirement portfolio, so even if it does go lower, it doesn't matter. I can't touch the money anyway. But we have CEI, and we're down quite a bit on this one. I got in at $1. We're at 86 cents. But something tells me that energy is going to do pretty good. And you can see back here, we had this little spike. Probably got some people's interest, and then it took off. So we worked our way back down, we had a spike, and I bet you there's a bunch of orders set all the way down here. And eventually, a piece of news is going to come out, and this thing's going to snap. And I want to be in it. So I'm only down like 123 bucks, whatever. I'm going to let it go. GLDG kind of shocked me today a little bit. Oh my god. Ouch! I'm actually slightly in the negative now because I got in somewhere here, but I don't care. If this thing comes all the way back down to here, I'll buy more because I think this is I think this will do well over time, and I'm not getting out till $3 at least. MetLife. Let's see. I'm actually in the green on this. I just checked, only slightly. I think I'm up like 40 or 50 bucks. I thought I was in the negative. Surprisingly, I'm not. But I do think this head and shoulders pattern will play out. So I have a take profit set at about 68 bucks. So hopefully, we got shoulder, we got head, we came down. We broke the swing low, we come up, we hit shoulder, and then it shits itself, and I'll be out. I'll be out, and we'll have made some money, hopefully. It seems like this trend line acted as resistance, but we're about to close above, so that's good. And check this out, man. I need to stay on top of these stock charts a little bit more. It's just I haven't been looking at them because it's been like a complete bloodbath. And I'm like, oh, if it's just gonna go down, then whatever. But things are getting there. NIO's at $14 a share right now. Are you kidding me? I never thought I would see this again. Never. I just, I look too much into this company, and I believe in this company. And look at the direction of where we're trying to go. They want us to go electric vehicles. They want that. They want this. So I do think this is going to grow. $14 a share. This is when I got in. I bought NIO at $14 a share way back here. I believe I put in like $1,000 here, and then I ended up adding in somewhere up here, and then we came up here. And I jumped out, and I made like $7,000 in a year, just on this. So NIO has treated me pretty well, and I think this is a good company. So if you think about electric vehicles in general, right? You got Tesla, and I've heard this a million times with people. You know, they get a Tesla, they spend, you know, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 on a Tesla. You know, they use it, and then the batteries go bad, right? And then they go in, they need new batteries, and it's like 30 or 40 grand. I don't know if that's the exact price on the batteries, but it's like half the value of the car. They're lithium-ion batteries. It's the same batteries that are in my Milwaukee battery packs. It's the same exact battery. It's the same form factor. Maybe not the same brand or exactly the same, but it's the same form factor. I believe they're 18650s that are in Teslas. I believe they have changed some of them. They might be using 21700s or their own made up lithium-ion battery. But it's the same batteries. And I know with my Milwaukee battery packs, I get like 2 years, maybe 3. Because especially when they're outside in the cold, it's not good for them. And I've actually heard of people sticking batteries in the freezer. I'm like, what are you doing? That is not good for them. You don't stick batteries in the freezer. It doesn't make them last longer. That's a myth. That's a complete myth. The cold is bad for them. I know that because when my boss a few times had brand new batteries, he discharged them all the way, didn't feel like charging them, and left them in the truck box in the back of his truck for months, uncharged. And he went to try to use them, like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, they wouldn't charge. They were brand new. You can't leave dead batteries in the cold. It's just so bad for them. But see, that's kind of the problem with Tesla, right? NIO, and think of like an investor. If I'm an investor, I want to invest in this company. Look at their business model, right? They rent the battery. You don't have to buy the battery. So you can buy the car much cheaper because you're not buying the battery, but you're renting the battery, so they have a monthly payment coming in no matter what. So it's like paying for gas, one way or the other. You know, you're going to be paying either for electricity or gas. So they get you for the monthly payment, but the cool thing is, right, a monthly payment is much more manageable for a lot of people versus, oh crap, my battery went bad, I need to come up with $30,000 or $40,000. So they rent the batteries. They have these battery swap stations, which you can pull in like a car wash. You pull in, this robot comes up, unscrews your battery, plucks it, sticks it in a charger, swoops in a new battery that's fully charged, connects it to your car, screws it in, and you're out in less than 5 minutes. Might even be like less than that, but it's like crazy. And now you don't have to worry like, oh, the cells went bad. It's not your problem. You rent, it's their problem. So I think that's awesome, right? I just think that's a good business model. Their cars look really nice. You know, I think this company would do well, and they are here. They're here in the United States already. They have a headquarters in California. So I do think this company could do pretty well in the long term. So I think I'm going to go into the retirement portfolio, and I'm going to set a buy order at $10 for at least $1,000. I'll probably do that as soon as I finish this video, and yeah. $14, I'm back in. I'm back in. Even if it goes from 14 down to or 10 down to 5, well then you just lost $500. But this is a long-term game here, and I don't think this company is just going to disappear. I don't. This is the way they want us to go. There's new electric vehicle companies popping up now. You got Lucid, all these different electric vehicle companies, and definitely I think NIO. They came out with something new and inventive, like a really good idea. And I think it would be more affordable for the, for the bulk of people to go with a Neo, because you can buy the car and not have to buy the battery. So it's not as much of an upfront cost. You just have a monthly payment, which I think more and more people would be okay with. But yeah, regardless, this is looking good. When others are fearful, you be greedy. We're there. I know it's like catching a fallen knife, though. It comes down, you try to catch it, and it just cuts your hands, and you just bleed money all over the place. But I think it's worth the risk. I think I'm going to go for it. And what happened with Bitcoin today? Not much. Nope. Not too much, but Sheeb. Sheeb's in this cup and handle pattern, and we are getting very, very close. Very close to the bottom of this cup. So I'm just saying. There might be a breakout soon. There could be a crypto breakout very shortly. I don't know, but we will see. And the foreign exchange, the DXY is, just cranking away, going up. I would say this is the level of resistance that's going to actually possibly put an end to this. But we have the one that we're at now, which is not the best of levels. I hope it holds here, but it may not. But then we have this level, which I think is definitely more likely. But regardless, even if we go to the trend line, we're running out of real estate here. So the US dollar does not have, and we only have 2 touches. We only have 1, 2, and we only have 2 on the bottom. So, usually you get at least 3. And then after that, it's like, it gets more and more questionable every time you touch an area. Is it going to break? Is it not going to break? We only have 2. So I would say the chances are pretty good that we hold somewhere here and start coming back down. And that's kind of what I'm going for. So Euro USD still in this. The only thing that's weird is I thought Euro and US dollar were complete opposites. Like, one went up, one went down. And yeah, generally speaking, that's the case. But why? Look at this. We got 1, 2 touches, 3 touches now, right? DXY, we have 1, 2, and we're not there yet. So that doesn't make any sense. So obviously they don't run exact. They run very, very close, though. But to me, Euro USD, we're there, man. We are there. So we're up $50 as of today. It keeps fluctuating, the negative and the positive and the negative. I think this was like $100 in the negative yesterday. But regardless, I'm going to keep holding. And I was actually considering this. So USD CAD, think of this on the big picture scale here. On the 6-month chart, we have, this is all we can see, right? We have this high, came down, made swing low, came up, made this swing high, came down, swing low, came up, and double topped. We double topped and sold off hard both times from this area. So this seems like no zone, not gonna happen. Double top, sold off hard, yep. Then we had, this area was support, we breached. And now look at the monthly chart. Look at this, bearish, 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 bearish. Then we get a bullish engulfing, bearish, neutral, bearish, and then here we are. It seems like this is the line in the sand for USD CAD. And if the US dollar is running out of real estate, and this could be coming back down soon, then we're probably going to hold this. We're probably holding this line. If I had to guess, We have double top. We have swing low, swing high. That's a lower swing high, double top, reached area of support. Now came resistance on the monthly chart. It's like bearish as all hell except for one candle, and we're just there's definitely buying pressure though. That's the only thing. There's buying pressure here, but we're just running into a brick wall. So my plan is, you know, more than likely before they shoot this thing down, they're gonna come up, break all of these highs, grab liquidity, stop people out, and then shoot it down. So I'm gonna be sitting right there. I'll be sitting right there waiting patiently. Come and get me. You come to me, I'm not coming to you. Not anymore. And if it doesn't get filled, then oh well. Better luck next time. USD Mexican peso. That's a pretty bearish weekly candle action, I must say. I don't know, it seems like same thing. We're at the line in the sand. This 6 month area of resistance. Bearish, we're above it right now, but that may not last. So if this thing pops up again, I don't know if I want to, because I have two other trades. I'm thinking USD CAD, because USD Mexican, you have to put a lot of money in this one. That's the problem. You got to put quite a bit in to get anything out of it. You know, your bang for your buck is better with the other ones, like USD CAD and NZD USD. You can do a little bit more damage with less money, but I don't know. If this thing pushes up one more time, I'll short it. Yeah, I will. So we have GBP NZD. We are up $34. So we just double bottomed right here on the daily. You know, held this trend line twice. Now I had an order sitting down at this area of support here, but it looked like it wasn't going to hit it, so I was like, whatever. I'll just leave this one. You know, this is where I got in, whatever. So it's making this run up, hopefully. Hopefully this isn't the top and we can come up and break this little swing high here. That would be ideal. If we can break this swing high, then come back down maybe to this level and then off to the races. But, you know, this is definitely bullish rotation on the monthly chart. Bullish rotation on the weekly chart. I mean, closed above swing highs on monthly and weekly. This looks bullish. We have buying pressure. We have monthly buying pressure here. We have weekly buying pressure here. And we're there. So, yep. I am holding firm. I'm going to stay. This thing's been in and out of, like, in the green, in the red, in the green, in the red. I don't care. I'm holding these guys. And Aussie, New Zealand. Well, this thing was at like $400 a minute ago. Whoa! What just happened? This thing just came flying up. Whoa! Some craziness going on. Look at this. Look at that candle. Oh, look at the spread. 41 to 7. Let's zoom down. Whoa, whoa. We need to break this swing low. Oh, we did. Yes! Yes. We broke the swing low. Excellent. Yes. Sell, people. Sell it all. Sell! Yes, we broke the swing low. This is yeah, regardless, I'm holding this. I'm holding it. You know, monthly, we had this run up. Then we had indecision, and now we're forming this candle. Hopefully this candle closes bearish. And let's see, weekly chart. You know, weekly chart, we had the criteria, right? Because we had a 382 pin bar reversal from, you know, the area that we wanted to trade down from. So we had a bearish candle action from that area. We had criteria for that. We're in. You know, bigger picture, this kind of looks like a descending triangle to me. But regardless, we've been following. There's yearly selling pressure here, and there's this seems to be the bottom. And then we have monthly selling pressure. I don't know if you could call that weekly selling pressure. It's more like monthly and yearly. But and let's see on the daily. On the daily chart, we were following this trend all the way up. Oh, we're below the 200-day. Oh no, that's the 4-hour. Sorry, no, we're not. Daily, we're not below the 200-day. That would be nice. That would be awesome, but we're not there yet. But you know, either way, we were following this trend. We have 1, 2, 3 touches here, double topped. We breached this trend line, came back up for the retest and rejected. And now, just now, we broke this swing low. This is looking good. This is looking good. Yeah, we're gonna hold firm. I'm not taking it. And we will see what happens, if this is a mistake or if this is what I've been missing the entire time. And NZD USD, I think it was my patience, really. Patience and the mindset of just leaving things alone and understanding, like, you know, it's like you have money in a trading account, and you lose, like, and you know, it's very easy to lose a week's paycheck in the foreign exchange. And like the first time it happens to you, you're like, you get this weird feeling in your gut, and it's just like, oh, and it hurts, right? And it just completely destroys your week, and you're in a shitty mood, and it sucks, right? And most people would give up, but we can't do that. You know what I mean? We need to figure out their game and use it against them, pretty much. So I think it's the mindset of you know, having you know, rules, like, and understanding that you can write some of this off. So I mean, even if so as of this year, I don't owe anything on, you know, I didn't make any money in the stock market that's outside of my retirement for this year. So I'm not gonna owe anything. So if I do take a loss of like up to $3,000, I can write it off in my taxes, and I'll get a ton more money back on my tax return. So it makes you, you know, once you start understanding all of this stuff, it makes you feel a little bit better. And yeah, again, just trying to get that mindset. Like if you want to make big money, well then, you know, there's potential that you're going to lose big money. So, you know, we just have to see how these things play out, and I'm trying to just put faith in the higher time frames and give things a chance to play out. Because I actually used to follow this guy. I can't find his channel. That's all he did. He would trade pairs for months, and he would have, like, you know, one pair he's up 14 grand, the other one he's down like 10 grand, and this one he's up like 20 grand, and this one he's up like 30 grand, but that one he's down, you know, 25 grand, and it's like, and he holds long term. I'm like, wow, how do you even know, though? That's the thing, you know? But we'll figure it out. Shouldn't be that difficult. So NZD USD. This, you know, we came up. We got rejected from the 200-day moving average, but we have a swing break on the daily. Price came up. Price is retracing. We're actually still kind of holding this trend. And either this area that we're at right here acts as support and this keeps going, or we have this area of support and it keeps going. But I'm not willing. I'm not willing to trade this from these levels. I got an order sitting at the 618 fib, and we'll see what happens there. You know, I don't want to put too many trades out there just in case things swing violently against me. You know, I want to make sure that you know, I'm not over risking the best I can, but you know, I am still trading above my means a bit. Like Aussie, New Zealand, 50,000 units. That's a half a standard lot. That's yep, a little bit too big for my account, but if this thing goes, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. And yeah, I ended up getting all the Bitcoin off of Cash App except for like 50 cents. I couldn't get 50 cents off of it, but it's all in the wallet. So we'll see how Bitcoin goes. I've seen a few other people that think that this is going to start going pretty soon. I mean, it's held this swing low so far on the monthly. And it seems like the stock market, I mean, like, come on. How much more can it go down? NEO's all the way back down to, like, are you kidding me? Let's see. Adobe, look at this. How much is this? 700 all the way, God. 700 all the way down to 400. I mean, things are, that's a huge correction. I mean, that's got to be, that's in bearish territory, I would say. Yeah, we're below the 200-day EMA. Yeah. How much lower can this go before it starts reversing and going back up? Looking at the US dollar, not much. This doesn't have that much room. As soon as this starts coming back down, all of these and these are going to start going back up. Hopefully. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Of course you enjoyed it. Why wouldn't you? I'll see you in the next one.